Let's party!
Let's fucking go.
Okay, this is starting off well.
So well.
Now the party people are looping the block.
Yep.
On the party buses.
With their penis balloons.
With their penis balloons and the woo girls all shaking their tatas. All a bunch of young lonely people looking for love.
Well, I was gonna say that's gonna be me next week, but I won't be looking for love.
I would hope not.
No. I will be a woo girl though.
That's okay. You can be a woo girl. I'm a woo girl. In Nashville, everyone's a woo girl.
Woo!
Are we ready to start the show?
Yes.
Hello and welcome to the Strive Nation podcast, the podcast where we talk about the monotony of daily life. But that's okay because sometimes that's exactly what you need in this crazy world. My name is Cory Estreen, and I'm joined, as always, with my constant co-host, Taylor Huff. How are you doing tonight, babe?
Freaking fantastic.
Of course. You only know you only know 5 descriptive words. That's fine. That's fine.
Hey, I put freaking in front of it, okay?
Oh, good. Good. That makes it better.
I am ecstatically wonderful.
I'm ecstatic. I'm
ecstatic.
superb.
I'm superb. I am whatever.
Exuberant.
I'm a basic white bitch.
That's true.
I use
especially
Q
after
and...
the
What? Finish your sentence.
Especially after the Starbucks.
I got made fun of for drinking my chai latte like a basic bitch.
That's okay.
So,
what do we got going on today?
Today, we're doing our March monthly scoop.
Woohoo! Hope y'all had a wonderful St. Patty's Day.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, this month flew by.
It's good. Did
So
you do
good.
anything for St. Patty's Day?
No. Oh, I went to a job interview and then I went to happy hour with my coworkers.
That's good. That's a lot better than what I did.
Yeah, did you work?
I don't know what I did. I don't remember.
You worked overnight is what you did.
Oh, I worked overnight. Awesome. Solid.
Yeah.
Real solid. Done with the overnights though, guys. So it's better now. It's much better now.
That's great.
Yeah. What are you drinking?
I'm drinking a lovely Moscow Mule.
Beverage of choice. Beveragino of choice.
Yes.
Is it
some ASMR for
Yeah,
you.
you hear that?
Oh yeah, it's in my hot mess cup again.
Yeah.
I think this is what I gotta stick with for every pod.
There you go. There you go. Tastes well. Did you do good? Do a good mixing job?
It's very spacey.
Very nice.
From the ginger beer.
Very nice.
What are you drinking?
I am drinking, again, knocking points, a Malbec. Yes, that's a play on a Malbec, which is a type of red wine. It's very tasty. It's from 2017. You know, let it marinate for 5 years before I drink it. That's how I like my wine.
It's a bit old.
It's a bit old, but it's not acidic yet, so I can definitely still drink it.
Good.
And it is good. It's got what is that? It's not it's like blackberry. That's what it smells like, kind of.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not bad. It's not bad. Let me give you a taste. Give me a taste.
Give us a swirl.
Yeah. Very nice. Very nice. It's not even bitter, which is good.
Yeah.
You know, normally when they sit too long, they get bitter. It's not like that. So.
You know what's funny?
What?
You are digging through all these wines to try and drink them oldest to youngest.
Yeah.
Every time you pull out a wine and you're like, this is from 2017. I go, oh my God, we have wine from 2017. And then I go in my brain, oh my God, we've been together since 2017.
Yeah. Actually, it was 2016, wasn't it?
It was 2016.
Right. We're going on year 6, baby.
Holy smokes.
Woo!
Woo!
Okay, let's get into it.
Okay.
Pause the episode. Go get yourself a drink.
A Beveragino.
Because it's going to be a wild one.
Wow.
Before we start the show, make sure that you go right now and follow on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Strive Nation Pod for all the coolest content on the internet. And for you visual people, head over to YouTube and smash the subscribe button and like every video to show that you care. But first,
Upvotes and downvotes.
go for it.
I am going to assume everyone knows this because I've shouted from the rooftops today, but I am now an employee at the Daily Wire.
Woo! Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. How does it feel? How does it feel to be against the leftist horde?
Fucking amazing. I'm so excited to work for lowercase God King.
That's good.
Yes.
Yeah. Jeremy,
Boring.
Boring, yes.
Yes.
Lowercase God King.
That's who he is.
Yeah, for those, I mean, if you don't know who the Daily Wire is, you're living under a rock. It's a media company fighting against, it's a conservative media company fighting against basically the 98% of liberal media.
To just give you a hint into what this company is, we have a ice cream machine with Ben Shapiro's face on it with him in a blue bunny costume, and then a sign over the women's bathroom that says "What is?" So it's pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah, that is pretty funny.
And I'm really excited
I love it. I'm just excited to go to the parties and meet these people.
Yes, I will bring you along.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. It'll be a dream. It'll be like, ooh, I'll be like kid in a candy store. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Okay, what's your upvote?
My upvote is that y'all know I like NFTs, and my life is quite boring. It's either NFTs or work for upvotes and downvotes, and you're going to get a bunch of it again. There's a super freaking dope NFT project that's going to be minting on the 30th. It is Loveless City. The actual NFT is titled Jean, so it's a take on Marilyn Monroe, and it's a piece of art that is so sick looking. It's a lot of line art, but it's by Tennessee Loveless from Chicago. Mm-hmm. He's done a lot of stuff for Disney, and he's colorblind.
That's really cool.
But the pieces themselves are very colorful, which is interesting. It's a lot of geometric shapes fit into an image with a lot of line work. That is what they look like, and I get 2 free ones and 2 free mints. So it's just excellent to be part of like this really inclusive art crowd. Yes, I'm bougie. It's fine.
So everyone should go check it out?
Yeah, well, if you want to, just type in Loveless City in Google and it will come up. Loveless, the art is fantastic. It's very unique, and there is no artist that does work like that.
Yeah.
So check it out if you're interested. I'll be a bag holder. But yeah, that's my upvote. What is your downvote?
That the weather can't figure out what it's doing, and it's really messing with my body. Because right now, it's like 47 degrees. It is 9:30 at night. I believe 3 days ago at this exact same time, it was 70.
Yeah, it does that.
So I need the weather to pick a lane, and that lane is 80 and sunny because I'm really pale right now, and I would like to go enjoy the outdoors.
Yeah, we need a distinct contrast between you and I. You have to be the black one. I have to be the pasty white vampire.
Wow, that was a very... not politically correct thing you just said.
No. I'm talking about contrast, yo.
Oh, okay. Okay, yes.
And this podcast is not for politically correct types.
I work at Daily Wire. I think we're past the point of political correctness here.
Yeah, it's comedy. Come on.
Yes. I need my tan. I need to be able to go out in the outdoors. Mostly because I spend a lot less money where instead of going and buying a whole bunch of random things or paying to do things, I just lay outside, and that is free.
Yeah, that's true.
So I need it. What's your downvote?
My downvote is we had to fix the freaking Google Fiber because our apartment unit has like really, really thick 100-year-old concrete walls. Yeah, that you can't nail into, so it's hard to hang things up. But the big problem is that the way our router is set all the way up by my computer in our bedroom, it doesn't reach the TV in the living room. So you can't play anything on Atmos, Dolby Vision, nothing. The signal gets messed up.
Yes.
So bought another Google Wi-Fi to pair up with the Google Nest. Couldn't get it figured out. It would not pair. The only other option was to hardline all the way 100-foot cable, all the way from the bedroom, all the way into the living room to the TV so we could use it properly because everything was so freaking pixelated.
Yeah.
It was impossible to watch a movie. Well, brought the tech guy in. My personal guy, really cool guy. He came in, couldn't figure it out. And so I dicked around on the internet for a while, and I was able to figure it out because it turns out everyone had this problem. It's like, Google, fix your shit. But I fixed it.
Very nice.
It was just a pain in the butt because I bought this thing, didn't need it, and just a huge pain in the butt. That is my downvote.
Wow. I'm so glad I don't have to do any of that because you do it for me.
She's like, Cory, fix this. It's a Mac. Just fix it. It's a Mac. I don't know anything about this. I know absolutely nothing about this computer.
Cory, this is not working. I expect a resolution within 24 hours. Thank you. That's usually what I do.
Yep. All right. Let's get into it.
Monthly scoop for March 2022.
Yeah.
Think main thing we should touch on is obviously a Ukraine update, right? So there's a couple reporters. Obviously, Russia does not want people to know what's actually happening in Ukraine. So they've been targeting reporters. A couple reporters were targeted and killed, which is really unfortunate. Thankful that they were, doing their job and getting information out there. And then we had a theater in Ukraine that was labeled that it had women and children in it. And Russia decided to say screw that and bomb them anyways. So I think there's about 300 injured and killed people still stuck in that theater right now, which is not good. And then lastly, Zelensky, he's been kind of making like the world tour. He talked to the U.S. He was talking to all the different European countries, asking them to establish a no-fly zone over Ukraine. Unfortunately, we can't do that, so.
It's unfortunate. The whole situation over there is unfortunate. I just hope it gets resolved soon.
Yes, but Ukrainians are still standing up and fighting for their country, which I greatly admire.
Yes. Prayers go out to everyone over there fighting on both sides, because I imagine some people probably don't want to be involved in this at all.
Yeah, there's a bunch of Russian soldiers that were captured, and the Ukrainians were like, you haven't eaten anything, like, here's some food, call your mom.
Yeah, it's just, I don't understand why we're still doing the war thing in 22. I think we're a little...
As Biden and Psaki say, it's a conflict, it's not a war.
Jen Psaki!
Crazy lady. So anyways, bad news is over. Actually not, because gas prices are crazy high right now.
Yeah, just like Trump said, we got an awesome Trump soundbite for you guys. Listen here.
We have more oil than anybody, okay? And it's an incredible thing that it's happened over the last few years, a lot of great things, and you're paying, what, $2 a gallon for your gasoline? That's okay. You know what that's like? That's like a tax cut. That's bigger than a tax cut. If Biden got in, you'd be paying $7, $8, $9. Then they say, get rid of your car.
It turns out Trump's right about everything. Yeah, y'all you leftists can go suck it.
He can see the future.
Yeah. He's like, just so you know, everyone, it's going to be really, really bad if Joe Biden gets in office. It's going to be $7, $8, $9 a gallon for gas.
And that's where it's at.
Yeah.
So high that gas prices are higher now than in I Am Legend.
Yeah, that's the joke, right? It's like, oh, wow, that's so high. Not really. It's 2022. It's like, hold my beer, bro.
Oh my goodness. Yes. Like...
Yep. Well, we got food shortages incoming as well.
Oh, yeah. That's part of the whole Ukraine update. So, Ukraine is actually responsible for a lot of the grain supply within the world. Obviously, it's spring. No grain is being planted. Nothing's being harvested right now because they're in the middle of a freaking war. So, Biden administration told us a couple days ago that we need to prep here in America for upcoming food shortages.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
I think, not fun, obviously, but I think people who can take the time and really source their food from, like, local farms, this is kind of now the time to do so. Like, farmers markets, all those kind of places, take the time and utilize that.
Are you guys having fun yet, Americans? Are you having fun yet?
It's not fun, but we're trying.
Yeah. So horrible. Man, be looking back on this day and be like, remember the times when we had 8% inflation? This is fantastic.
Oh my God, I know.
I wish it was back in those days. Just wait. Oh, what a joke. What a joke. All right, let's move on. Dave Rubin and his husband are having 2 babies.
They are?
Yeah, they got surrogates for, and they actually, I'm not sure how the whole medical works, but basically they will be their blood.
Okay, let me elaborate on Cory just saying it will be their blood.
It will. Their kids will be of their blood.
It will. So each of the kids are sharing the same mother, as in both of the eggs for fertilization came from the same donor. And then one child will be Dave Rubin's biological child, and then the other one will be his husband's name is also David. It will be David's biological child.
Yeah, it's their sperm.
Yes. So it's really nice because the kids get to each share a mom. So they'll still have a lot of same characteristics and get as closely to completely blood related as possible to each other, while while also being related to both of their dads.
Yeah, it's a little bit of controversy too. Like people are wondering, hey, where's the female role model going to be in the household? There is none. And he kind of addressed it, but I could understand, like, what are you going to do? There isn't going to be one. But he's like, yeah, my mom's going to be in town. They'll be around. But it's like, that's only going to last for so long. So I don't know. I mean, it is important, but he kind of skirted it a little bit. And I get why. I mean, what are you supposed to say to something like that, you know?
Yeah. I think that having two loving parents and acknowledging the fact that you need to make sure that they have a strong male role model, but a strong female role model in their life. Like, just the fact that you acknowledge that, I mean, the kids are going to be...
Yeah, they should be okay. No one really knows the data on how two male role models are compared to a mother and a father. We know that a mother and a father, two parents, are better than one. Yeah. The jury's out on the other data. It just hasn't been long enough to know. But I would assume that two loving parents are better than one loving parent or no loving parent. So either way, I'm down. Granted, they would probably benefit from having a female role model. It's just they're gonna have to find it from somewhere else than a mother. It'd have to be, I don't know, someone else in their lives that's a female.
Yeah, which you touched about, his sister, his mom. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm really happy for them. I think that's amazing. This was not their first round having to do the whole IVF surrogacy thing. They've lost children in the past, so. Yeah,
especially, now that Dave Rubin and his husband David, they decided to name their kid Davy and Davis. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That is a lie. It's unconfirmed. Lie. They haven't chose yet.
That is not real. It will be two boys, though.
Yes. So that's great news.
Super happy news.
Moving on.
So we touched on it. It's spring break right now. And obviously, Florida is where everyone wants to go for spring break. My little brother is there right now. Luckily, he's not in Miami. And because everyone's been locked up for the past, 2 years, like crazy people, Miami has had to put a curfew in place at midnight because there's a huge increase in violent activity. Literally, people are going like absolutely apeshit. And the mayor's like, we did not sign up for this. I am shutting this down. Everyone go home at midnight. No. There's increased shootings. There's increased violence at bars and clubs and against tourists.
Y'all just can't behave, can ya? You just gotta ruin it for everyone.
Oh my God, yeah. Literally everyone's acting a fool. So, hopefully Miami can get everything underneath control.
Okay, a big thing we talk about, you can't swing a dead cat without hitting the Don't Say Gay bill. The Parental Rights and Education Act in Florida that people have a problem with, dubbing it the Don't Say Gay bill. What are your thoughts?
I think my thought is that it doesn't actually say gay in the bill. So everyone is just getting like real gaslit right now and they need to go fucking read it.
Yeah. So what does the bill actually say and what does it do?
Okay, so this bill is in Florida and what it does is it would ban teachers in kindergarten through third grade from providing instruction on gender identity and sexual orientation. It's going to require schools to notify parents if there's been any change in a student's physical, emotional, or mental well-being. And third, would also provide legal recourse to parents to sue if they believe a school has violated any of those terms of agreements.
So basically, parents get to decide what happens to their children. Crazy. I know. It's insane.
Yes, that's all it means. So it's not saying that you can't talk about... It doesn't mean you can't say the word gay. It doesn't mean if Billy Joe comes up to Susie Q and is like, you have two moms, that the teacher can't be like, yeah, Susie Q has two moms. Some people do. And leave it at that. It just means you can't groom children into being confused on what their sexual identity is or what their gender identity is.
Yeah, telling a boy, it's okay, you can be a girl when that he didn't even bring it up in the first place, that might be a problem.
Yeah, you can't groom children to have these thoughts.
Yeah, how about you let the parents deal with their kids? That's basically what we're saying.
Exactly. This is also for kindergarten through third grade.
Yeah, why are we teaching, like, kindergartens through third grade? Like, why
about
are we...
sex?
Yeah, how about let's not talk about that at all, maybe?
I think that's not appropriate for such young children. And I did... Oh, gosh, I don't remember where, but I was listening to someone being interviewed that is a psychologist. a young children's psychologist, and she was like, if a child between the ages of kindergarten and 3rd grade are talking about anything about gender or sexual orientation, I'm very concerned about their home well-being and if something is happening to them at home, because they should not know or understand that concept yet.
Right, exactly.
So the bill doesn't say gay, and it's just protecting young children. So no one should really have an issue with it, but they do.
Yep.
Including a lot of Disney employees. So Disney has a history of staying pretty neutral on all things politics. Obviously, they're a children's media company. They don't need to put their input into politics. So one of the CEOs didn't really give much input. He gave a very laissez-faire statement about it. Because again, Disney stays out of politics. But the crazy Disney employees thought that was not right of him and that they should get into politics and yada yada. So a bunch of Disney employees raised some hell. And then the other CEO came out with a statement saying that it's terrible and blah, 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 blah. And then the Disney employees again said, that is not enough. You're not standing for gay rights. And then about 90 Disney employees protested and did a walkout, and that's it.
Very exciting.
90 employees out of literal thousands.
Well,
so
yeah.
It just shows that people will do anything to appease the very small vocal minority.
Well, because most people
have common sense.
There's a silent majority for everything. So
yeah.
The silent majority all agree with one another, but they won't speak up. It only takes a few of small minorities to voice and make change. Yeah, especially when it comes. That's why that danger in virtue signaling.
Oh, for sure.
So, yeah, I don't know. It's really interesting. That's the danger of people not doing their own research and being indoctrinated and brainwashed into believing one thing they don't even look at. It's like, don't say gay bill. It doesn't say that, but they'll all think it without even looking at it.
Yeah.
It just blows my mind. And the worst part about it is all the media companies push it. That's the worst part.
Yeah,
so.
they perpetuate the narrative. It's like, if you don't agree with our views and our opinions, that's totally fine. But I think you're doing a disservice to yourself. If you don't see something on the news and think, I should Google that for literally 5 minutes to figure out what the truth is.
Yeah.
The bill's not even that long. You can read the whole thing in 5 minutes. And it's like, oh my gosh, it doesn't say the word gay in here. Weird.
Yeah. DeSantis, didn't he meet with someone?
Yeah, he met with one of the CEOs. There's drama. The two CEOs apparently aren't talking to each other. So he met with one of the CEOs, and they basically tried to force him into not having this bill and needing to really prioritize LGBTQI 1, 2, 3, whatever. And DeSantis straight up says, yeah, no, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
Which, again, DeSantis, first of all, is awesome. Second of all, what are you going to do if he says no? You can't move your company from Orlando.
Well, it's not like they can pay him off either because he's not corrupt, so he's not going to take your money.
Exactly. You can't just bribe him like you would do with any other politician.
Yeah. It's crazy. Good for DeSantis in Florida.
Woo! Way to go, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I do like all the billboards.
Yeah?
That they have in Florida right now.
What do they say?
So a bunch of Democrats are wasting their money by just posting these giant billboards that just say gay on it. So I feel like that's a waste of, resources and money that could go to a better cause.
Yeah, probably, but you know how they are.
We're going to really stick it to them. Gay on a billboard. Have you been to Florida? Yeah, almost everyone is gay. They all know.
Yeah, and what are you trying to say? You're trying to say gay to people, everyone doesn't care. So,
yeah, we're pretty cool with gay people in America.
I don't understand it's gay. Great.
Cool.
I don't understand what you're doing.
Yeah.
It's gay. Great.
Fantastic.
It's like that one lady, I forget, where in that one school in California, they're just walking down the high school halls and just saying, gay, 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 for no reason. I'm not even sure. It was some gay parade in this high school.
It was a bunch of teachers.
Yeah, for what, though?
Protest this Don't Say Gay bill. But that's incredibly unprofessional to just go through running through your school yelling gay.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Also, okay, fine. You want to voice your opinion, but you're disrupting your students' learning because you want to feel special.
Yeah. The NCAA Pennsylvania swimmer Lia Thomas. Let's talk about that.
Oh, gosh. We got a lot of really sassy, controversial stuff in this episode.
Yeah, because people don't know what women are. That's why.
Oh, my gosh. Apparently, we don't know what a woman is. So, Lia Thomas is formerly known as Michael Thomas. So, she transitioned this past year. She was on the Penn men's swimming team for 3 years. She did not even place in the top 300 when competing on the men's team. This last year, she transitioned and is swimming on the women's team and just won the 500-yard freestyle swim.
Yeah, because it's a man.
Yeah, because she's been transitioning for a year and has male body parts because she was born a male.
I mean, imagine that, too. It's like, oh, I was an average to bad men's swimmer, and then I transitioned. I'm automatically the best. That's crazy how that works.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just got that good. Wouldn't you doubt your own competency at what you do then? It's like, bro,
My thing is, have you ever played a game with someone who's a lot better at it than you?
Yeah.
And then they keep destroying you?
Yeah.
And then they let you win, and you do not feel good about winning?
Yeah.
Because someone has let you win? That has to be what it feels like to win that. Obviously, I'm going to be a 3-year-old in a race across the parking lot. I think we can all agree on that.
Yeah. But then when you let them win, they feel good. And that's what we're doing in men's and women's sports today.
Apparently, it's just fuck hard work. So, she obviously won. Duh. Because she's a male. She has a male body. That is for a fact.
Yeah, you can even see the penis.
Well, yeah, I was going to get there. So, a lot of female swimmers are very upset with Lia participating. Obviously, because she's an incredibly unfair advantage. And that's the thing. She has this unfair advantage of growing up and going through puberty as a male and having all this testosterone still in her body. And, you only lose 5% of your muscle mass when you're transitioning from male to female.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it. In the first year, you only lose 5% of muscle mass.
Wow.
And you can tell, when she is next to other girls, you can tell, yeah, she has huge muscles. Because she grew up her entire life with testosterone. And women were also very uncomfortable because she does still have male genitalia and is wearing a women's swimsuit. And it's very obvious what's going on down there.
Yeah. It's great.
And she's in the same locker room as these girls, too.
It's like a little carrot poking out. Just saying hello.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, I agree.
Can you imagine you're in the women's locker room?
No, I can't, first of all.
Oh, well, not... Okay.
Can you imagine? No, I can't, personally.
You
but,
should not be in the women's locker room.
Yeah, if I was in the guys' locker room and then some dude just took off his clothes and there's a bunch of titties, bruh, all over, I'd be like... Yeah, that's weird. I'd be like,
feels a little uncomfy.
Yeah, so I don't know.
I think it's ridiculous.
I've never been in that situation.
I have not either, thankfully. But it's incredibly unfair. The NCAA is totally cool with it. They're even I don't know. They are not... What it seems to be is they're not listening to the females voicing their concerns about how unfair it is and how they feel very uncomfortable. And they're really pandering to the left agenda, being like, we're inclusive. We'll let transgender athletes swim with women. You don't see people who are transitioning from female to male competing in male sports.
That's because they would get destroyed.
Exactly.
They wouldn't... Why would they... Here's the thing. If they would compete in male sports... They wouldn't even be able to compete because they wouldn't be successful.
Yeah.
Because they wouldn't be able to compete. That's why it doesn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you only see male to women. You don't see women to male because there's no publicity behind it because it doesn't exist because they wouldn't be competitive.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
And I think, it's what would you rather do? Okay, why don't we how about we have an open category then? Where men and women and people who are transgender can all compete in the same category.
Because then it wouldn't be competitive. Because
But
it
I'm
wouldn't
saying
be.
you have the women's and you still have the men's, where you can
And
only
then,
compete in those if that is what you were biologically born with.
and then have an open category?
And then have an open category.
But no one would watch it. It wouldn't exist. It would have existed long ago, but no one would watch it.
Well, then I don't know what to tell you. Then you got to suck it up. You got to tuck your nuts in. And you have to swim with the males that you were born with.
Wow, that's controversial.
I don't care. That's so unfair to those women who've been working their entire college career and it's also their senior year. And then they don't get to place because someone who's been swimming on the men's team for 3 years, I'm sorry, but just happens to transition going into her senior year of a sport that she's kind of sucked ass at.
Yeah, that's horrible.
That seems like really peculiar timing. And if she truly feels like a female and wants to transition, then that is totally fine. But doing so and then also trying to compete like that is very unfair. Women aren't allowed to take steroids. They're not allowed to use performance-enhancing drugs. But she can have double the amount of testosterone in her body.
Yeah.
And have the male build and anatomy. I'm going on a rant. I'm mad.
Okay, well, Rachel Levine is a man, and she won Woman of the Year, so there's that.
Women, no one cares about us anymore. We're no longer special.
Yeah, it all reminds me, I mean, I think Crowder had it on his show, but it reminds you of Jim Carrey and the freaking, the gym routine that he had, the skit.
Okay, ladies.
Hi, I'm Vera Tamilo, and thanks for tuning in. You know, before I learned how to exercise properly, I was a poor excuse for a woman. Just look at those unsightly lumps of lard protruding from my sternum. I was so weak and frail back then, I couldn't even tear a telephone book in half.
Who's kicked off Twitter? Because we like Twitter, right?
Oh, yeah. Apparently, if you mention anything bad about Lia Thomas or Rachel Levine and state the fact that they have male bodies, that you'll get kicked off Twitter.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. We don't do science in fact here. So
Oh, science who, dude? So Babylon Bee kicked off Twitter because they made comments. They made a comment about Rachel Levine winning Women of the Year when she's a male. So they got booted.
Right.
And then Twitter said, hey, listen, if you just delete that tweet, we'll let you have your account back. And good on Babylon Bee for saying, no, we're going to stand up for what we said, freedom of speech, not taking it down. So they have lost their entire Twitter account. Charlie Kirk, who is from...
Turning Point USA.
Yes. He came to defend them, instantly knocked off Twitter. Tucker Carlson came to defend the two, also knocked off Twitter. So basically, I'm assuming every Republican by the end of the next 2 weeks is going to be booted from Twitter.
So basically, the...
There's no freedom of speech on Twitter?
Yes, unless, of course, you're talking about NFTs. Then Twitter's fine.
Oh, okay.
Twitter sucks for everything else, just NFTs. Supreme
yeah.
Court nominee, Ketanji Jackson. A lot of really interesting sound bites with her in the news.
Oh my gosh. Should we just jump into the women's stuff first? Because she is a Supreme Court Justice nominee. She's going to become a judge. She is a judge, and she cannot define what is a woman.
Yeah, there's straight up sound bites where they ask her what is a woman, and like Marsha Blackburn asks her, and she can't define it. Because here's the thing about leftists: if you ask what a woman is and they define it, their entire thesis is completely destroyed.
Yes.
They cannot define it. What they will end up saying is, well, I think a woman is the term definition is kind of fluid. It depends on the person.
Mm-hmm.
Can you provide a definition for the word woman?
Can I provide a definition? No,
Yeah,
I can't.
you can't?
Not in
Okay.
this context.
So you
I'm not a
believe the
biologist.
meaning of the word woman is so unclear and controversial that you can't give me a definition?
Senator, in my work as a judge, what I do is I address disputes. If there's a dispute about a definition, people make arguments, and I look at the
All right.
law and I decide. So I'm not.
The fact that you can't give me a straight answer about something as fundamental as what a woman is underscores the dangers of the kind of progressive education that we are hearing about.
That's not how definitions work, bro.
No.
Like, what is a woman? Well, what a woman means to me is what is a woman? Mm-hmm. And they can't do it. I'm like, go read the dictionary. That's what a woman is. Go read it. So yeah, it's interesting. We'll put the soundbite in. Ted Cruz also had interesting questions based on CRT with Ketanji Jackson.
Oh,
The
yes.
sentencing versus sentencing policy.
My thought is, okay, it was regarding sentencing policy. Isn't sentencing policy what dictates the sentencing?
Yeah, she's an idiot.
Just don't understand. I understand that nominees have to be very vague on some things because they can't give indication on how they would rule on something in the future. But I think you should at least be able to say, this is a woman for X, Y, and Z, especially because there's a lot of laws and a lot of legal cases that are going to come up surrounding women. Yeah, so I just think it's ridiculous. I think if you're going to decide the fate of our country in the Supreme Court, you should be able to define relatively simple terms.
What is a woman?
Woman is a female
With female genitalia.
with female genitalia.
Reproductive organs.
Well, you can't say reproductive. Some women are born with them.
Yeah, but that's like what? The percent of a
So-
percent of a percent of a percent?
Oh, yeah.
The
No, so I would
androgynous
say
whole, what is
someone
it?
is... Oh, like, is someone's born intersect?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
like so freaking rare.
Yeah. A woman is someone who is born with the female body with the correct female chromosomes.
Right.
Yeah. Because when we are all dead and in 10,000 years, when the kids in space should dig up our bodies, they will be able to tell that I was a female.
No, they'll be like, no, there's a scale. It's a scale
Oh
that
my
depends
God.
upon how big his penis. I'm just kidding. So,
If your penis survives when you're just a skeleton, I'm going to be very concerned.
yeah, right.
That means there's bones in there, bro.
Yeah, there's no bones in my penis.
Is there something you're not telling me?
No. Also, Ketanji Jackson has a history of giving light sentences to people in possession of child pornography. Yeah, 3 months in jail, 47% less time than normal.
Yep.
Crazy.
Yeah. It's wild.
Let's not give it to the person who gives out light sentencing on child pornography.
Over 600 images of child pornography. 3 months in jail.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I don't think this is the correct Supreme Court justice for us. I think that's a pretty agreeable statement with the entire U.S.
Okay, well, here's the thing. So should we move on to another story? We got to get on the whole spectrum of leftist issues, okay?
Yeah.
We're going to tackle fat pride, okay?
Get into it, kind sir.
Steven Crowder did an awesome, hilarious segment on his show where he basically infiltrated a fat studies conference as someone he created. They put him in this bodysuit. They did a whole bunch of makeup, put on a wig, whole thing. He actually looked real. It's hard to tell.
For sure.
Like, if you didn't know it was him, you wouldn't know, you know?
Yeah.
As C. Matheson. And he wrote a peer-reviewed paper and asked to speak at the conference.
Mm-hmm.
Had a whole bunch of people look at it. All these professors, these from like legitimate colleges.
Oh, these people from like Ivy Leagues with PhDs.
Yeah.
We're like, we loved your peer review paper and we would like you to be a speaker at our fat studies conference at Massey University.
Right, and he reads through his freaking paper, and it's a freaking joke, guys. Like, he just did it off a whim, and it turns out he like, oh, we loved your paper. I'm like, that's how you know it's bullshit, because you don't just get asked to talk, to speak at a conference for something just if you're bullshitting the topic. It just doesn't work.
No. Yep, him and a bunch of writers put some bullshit together.
Yeah, check it out and go look at Steven Crowder's YouTube channel, or better yet, Rumble and The Blaze, because it's hilarious. You'll enjoy it.
Should we get into some like pop culture?
Yeah, let's run through it.
So we've been talking about Pete Davidson. I feel like every monthly scoop now. This man is just the roach of the world.
Correction, you're talking about Pete Davidson every episode in the month.
I'm sorry, the dude's weird and he keeps popping up. So we talked about how he's dating Kim, right? Kim Kardashian.
Yep.
Well, instead of getting a tattoo with her name, he decided to get fucking branded with Kim's name on his body.
Very nice.
That's weird, bro.
It is weird.
Will you brand yourself with my name?
Nope.
What if
I
I
would do a cute tattoo as an homage. Okay, not cute because I'm a badass. But I would do a badass tattoo as an homage.
A tattoo?
A tattoo as an
Oh.
homage to you.
Okay, what tattoo would you get as an homage to me?
A dragon. I'm just kidding. No.
A dress.
I'm just kidding. It would be, frick, I don't know.
Boobs.
Yeah, it'd be boobs.
Okay.
Each of my butt cheeks has a boob.
Oh, I would have to see that. No, thank you.
All right. No. Okay. Anyways, Pete Davidson carry freaking his head in a Kanye music video as well. So that's a little weird.
Oh, yeah. Kanye released this music video and it shows him killing someone. And then it shows him literally holding Pete Davidson's head and fucking burying it.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
He is unhinged. I'm convinced that Kanye needs to be in a psych ward.
Yeah, he's weird.
He's fucking nuts. Oh my God.
Yeah, but Candace loves him.
No, she liked one of his opinions. Okay, you can like his one opinion about his children not having TikTok and how he doesn't think it's a good idea. But then when he's showing up, he literally tweeted out his kid's school's name.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Dude's wild. Anywho. Kyree, Irvin. Irvine.
Yeah, it's Irvine.
I don't know. It's Irvine.
Kyrie Irvine is not allowed to play at home games in New York because he's not vaccinated, but can still sit in the stands with all of the fans. How does that make any sense? Can't play,
No.
but here, sit over here and watch the game.
That's also his home team.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
And he can sit in the stands like courtside seats, maskless.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to wear a mask.
Look, I don't have to like basketball, but this doesn't make any sense at all.
No. And you know that this is so crazy when lefty show hosts are also saying like, isn't this crazy? Isn't this bizarre? I'm like, yes, we've all been saying this for forever that this is bizarre. And you are all now just understanding.
Yeah, we're done with the COVID because there's no such thing. You have a higher chance like a kid. Mm-hmm. It's always funny to me, these kids. Today we were walking outside and these kids are wearing these freaking masks. I'm like, bro, you have a higher chance of getting struck by lightning than you do of even catching COVID. Catching it, not dying, catching it. So
This is my thing, right? These parents clearly, like, they were wearing masks. Their kids wear masks clearly because they forced them to. So you're wearing a mask, and then you're about to walk onto fucking Broadway, downtown Nashville, on a Friday night during spring break. But this cloth mask with Superman on it is gonna protect me from dying. Like, it's so insane. And Psaki has COVID again. Just
yeah,
an
of course she
FYI.
does. The one human that actually catches it right now. She's got it.
She's gotta be like, I don't even know, 10 times vaccinated, and she's still catching this shit.
Yeah, it's just desserts at this point.
She just had it in October, and now she has it again. And Hillary Clinton has COVID right now.
Yeah. Forgive me if I don't...
Pray for them.
What?
That was mean.
No, forgive me if I don't keep up on what Hillary Clinton's ongoings are.
Oh, well, no, I just happened upon that crazy news.
A couple of little news stories as we wrap up. Hunter Biden laptop is actually real news now. It's a couple of years down the road, but hey.
Oh my God. You mean we weren't lying?
No, it turns out that he's actually sniffs Parmesan cheese. Who knew?
Wow.
I know.
Wild.
He likes to snort that shit.
Who would have known yeah. I can't. I'm done with the world.
I don't know. Hunter Biden. I don't know. I don't know what to say.
I don't have words for that man. I don't think I would like to waste my time.
The thing is, here in today's age, any news story can come out. The crazier you make it, and you'd be like, seems like it could happen. It doesn't matter what it is. These people are crazy. Mm-hmm. You know, Epstein, the island, Hunter Biden. I don't know. The Clintons. It's all like these people, man. It's like you get up that high and you're just like, I need to do something crazy. I need to snort some Parmesan cheese. I need I need some cheese in my life.
Stop telling everyone what we're doing after the podcast,
Yeah,
bro.
I need. Well, we ran out, so it's gonna have to be Gouda or something.
Dang.
It's gonna
I
have
got
to be
some
some-
shredded Mexican.
Yeah, we need shredded Mexican, or let's get some mozzarella up in here.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, I like the mozzarella.
Love it.
Last story, just to top it off, because Taylor is now an employee of the Daily Wire. She
Yes.
manages the freaking office, guys, here in Nashville.
Yes.
Isn't that insane? We gotta end it
My
out.
current
Yeah.
employer has released the greatest thing since sliced bread. Maybe not that, but it's pretty epic. So last year, it's about a year ago now, Harry's Razors, which I think we all know them, were subscribed to them at some point. They were sponsors of all the Daily Wire shows. And then one of the hosts had the audacity to say a man is a man and a woman is a woman. And Harry's got a complaint from a Twitter account with 2 followers. And they shut it down. They're like, oh, we do not agree with these people whatsoever. So they attempted to cancel Daily Wire. They obviously canceled giving the Daily Wire money. And so the Daily Wire is terrible people. So these terrible people decided to go and invent their own razor. Jeremy's Razors.
Yeah. Jeremy Boring's Razors, and it's freaking epic, guys.
It's pretty cool. It's IHateHarrys.com. You can see the freaking fantastic commercial. It's the funniest thing I've seen in a very long time.
Yeah, I'll link it in the bios. Check out that commercial. Hilarious.
Yes, they now have triple the followers than Harry's Razors. In 3 days, they sold 25,000 subscriptions to their razor company. And to just rub it in Harry's face, outside the Harry's headquarters in New York, they decided to plaster the building in front of it with the I Hate Harry's campaign.
Yeah, so that means I'm going to go sub. Sorry, Dollar Shave Club, but
No.
I got to support my homies.
Yes.
Because I used to have Harry's, and I switched to Dollar Shave Club because I didn't want to be...
Because of that.
Because I didn't want to be part of that shit. And everyone's like, haha, wow, Cory, really? I was like, yes, because you have to stand up to the man.
Yes. And I like the thing that Daily Wire has been talking about. They're like, look, boycotting things don't do jack shit. If these people want to be crazy and tell you that you're a terrible human being, we'll provide you a product. Buy from us. We won't tell you that we hate you and that your morals are terrible and wrong.
Yeah. In fact, right now, after this podcast episode, I am going and subscribing.
Are you really?
Yeah, for real. Cancel my Dollar Shave. Going to freaking Jeremy's.
Love it.
Let's get it.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We have bi-weekly show uploads on Wednesdays. I hope you enjoyed this episode. It's episode 7 of the Strive Nation podcast in season 3. Next episode will be on April 13th, 2022. Hey guys, thank you so much for listening this week's episode of the Strive Nation podcast with your hosts Cory, Estreen, and Taylor Huff.
Make sure you follow us on all social media platforms at Strive Nation Pod on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
Join us for our next episode in 2 weeks. And remember, when the world is upside down, Strive Nation is right side up for you guys. Have a good one.